All right, hi you guys. How are you? So, I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing much better. And I wanted to really thank you guys. You guys have supported me more than I ever expected to be supported. So I want to thank you guys for that. Yes, so I just been busy. I'm working, and I'm gonna just show you a little bit into my life. What happened was my payments has did not come on time. I am working a lot, and I'm an occupational therapist, and so I start that main job on February 11th. I took a long break off of working full time because I had so much going on. To live 40 years of your life, and you learn that the very people, your parent, your family, your mother, your brother, everybody that you were close to, have been plotting and using you as a sacrifice your whole life, just kind of throws you into something else. And so I took 2.5 months off to get my head together because I kept working full time and dealing with them and their treachery. Not only are they treacherous, they're dealing in some dark arts and using it against me. And so I really took a lot of time off to because I couldn't work full time and engage in the spiritual warfare with them. So that's when I went to India for 2 months, but it wasn't to engage in spiritual warfare. It was just to take a break and change up from the United States. Like I literally needed to change up everything. And what happened was the spiritual warfare got different because when you have certain energy patterns in it settles around you in your aura or wherever it is for so long, and you change up like I did so drastically to go to India, it gets very intense, and the spiritual warfare was very intense between me and my family. And it's not that I was talking to them on the phone. I'm extremely intuitive. Okay, so I would see a lot of visions of the things they were doing, and they are heavily involved in dark arts. I'm not against any dark art. I just have a problem when you use it against me. So that's just explaining what I was doing when I was took off for so long. So I came back, and it was hard for me to get back on my feet, but I did. And so I picked up a lot of side gigs like Postmates, DoorDash, and right now I'm doing Lyft. I start as an occupational therapist. I've been an occupational therapist for 15 years, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing to let you guys know. And I'm going to talk about GoFundMe too. I'm not dealing with GoFundMe anymore. I don't like the way they just shut down my campaign. I'm glad I was able to withdraw a bulk. Oh, I left my lights on. I'm glad I was able to withdraw a bulk of what was donated, but they just shut it down with no notice. They didn't give me any explanation, and they asked me to send a photo ID, and I told them I don't know why they shut my campaign down, but everything I said in that video is true. I mean, I can send them proof of when I start working and everything. But they just didn't give me a reason. They just kept it closed. So I don't like people like that. You shut down people campaigns and you don't tell them why and you don't respond. I won't be doing GoFundMe anymore. I don't like that. But anyway, so here's what I'm doing now. So if you guys can see that, that's Lyft. Okay. So I do a lot. So when I ask people for stuff, it's not because I'm too lazy. I'm doing Lyft right now. Um, and it's because I had my other old car. I had to turn it in and sell it because it was just getting to the point where I couldn't use it no more. I was doing home health occupational therapy. This was last year, and my car just couldn't take it no more. And so I didn't have a car when I came back from India. And what I did was, because I didn't really have the funds to try to get another car right away because I wasn't working, I decided to rent this Lyft car through Express Drive. So this is a rental, but I have to, I have to make so many trips, and then I have to cover the rental fee. On top of that, I make extra income. And so, anyway, yeah, the problem was is that some of the money from my other side little hustles was not coming through like I expected it to, and so that's when it was just gotten down to the wire, and I had to finally ask for some help. Anyway, you guys, I just want to thank you for coming through like you guys have been coming through, and I'm doing much better. Um, yeah, so yeah, I just want to really thank you guys, and I'm going to start back everything back on schedule. I'm not going to let this stop me because I actually have a lot of things coming through. So it's I not depending on just receiving donations. I actually have extra money coming through from other things I've done. And like I said, I start in a skilled nursing facility as an occupational therapist. That's what I am. I start working on February 11th. And so that's really going to allow some more to roll in. But I want to really thank you guys. You guys have really come through far more than I expected. Far more than I expected. Uh, um, I wish I can call all you guys' names out, and I think I'm going to try to go down the list and read you guys' names for everybody who donated. But it's a whole lot of you guys, and I really want to thank you. Really want to thank you a lot because I never knew. You know, sometimes things happen. I'm gonna tell you the visions I had when I still meditate a lot. Here's the visions I have. I've always been the person to give, but I never expected anybody to give anything to me besides, my family, which I found out they were treacherous. But I never expected anybody to give anything to me. And so I would always have visions when I meditate that I was in a closed room with the window closed and the doors closed. And what that means is that, it's kind of closing people off, not opening myself up to people. And when I finally made that audio last night to tell everybody what's going on, it was kind of me finally opening up to people. You got to open up to people. Because before I thought I was the one. Had I heard somebody else, like I looked at my GoFundMe and how many different campaigns, or how many different times I sent donations, and it's a total of 17 times I have sent donations to your favorite YouTubers. You know, and I've supported people on Patreon. I've always been the one to support people, but I've never ever expected anybody to support me because that's kind of been my life. And so it finally got to a point where it's almost like I was in this position to see that I'm not the only one to give, but somebody can give to me too. It don't have to be just me helping everybody else out. Um, but anyway, yeah, so that'll be it. And I didn't forget about Black Women History Month. I'm gonna get everything back together very quickly and get back on things as scheduled. So expect something either tomorrow or Friday. I want to get started on it, okay? And I want to dedicate March to financials, to dealing to finances. Being that I was put into this, I want to get more on finances, and I want more of us to be millionaires, okay? I don't want us to barely make it by anymore. I want more of us to be millionaires. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. I'm going to dedicate the month of March to finances and financial literacy, investments, and things like that. And if you guys have ideas for me to discuss, you guys can send that too, because I know many of you guys are already pretty good with management and finances. And if you have any ideas for me to talk about, you can send that over too, and I will research it and make videos about it, because I want more of us Black women to become millionaires, entrepreneurs. I've always wanted us to become rulers. Very that was my very reason for starting my channel, is for Black women not to necessarily become rulers like China and the United States. And we can't be that big. We can be something. We can be something, and we don't all have to be friends. And I don't think people understand that we don't have to be friends. A lot of people who Chinese and different, all of them who are millionaires, not all of them are friends. But I don't want us to be at the bottom anymore. And so that's why my channel, that was the reason for my channel to start. Okay. Um, I think black women are so hell bent on just liking each other and agreeing with what everybody has to say. I don't have to agree with you, but to want us to be on top again. And I know there are a lot of black women who just don't want other black women to do well, and that's unfortunate. But we can't let those black women that want to keep you down, we cannot let them win. We cannot let them allow us to remain at the bottom. Okay, we cannot allow that to continue to happen. They just gonna have to kick rocks, because this is what a lot of treacherous black women do. The ones who are treacherous, not everybody, because I've already seen this, a lot of generous ones. Um, After the support I received, just a whole lot of very supportive black women. But the treacherous ones, we cannot allow them to win. We can't allow that to happen. I refuse to, for us, the ones who want to win, we have to refuse to allow them to continue to push us to the bottom. We can't allow it no more. Okay, so I want to see black women do well, and the power is in money. Money is power. Okay. I want us to become millionaires and even close to billionaires, and we can brainstorm and come up with some ideas and maybe come up with a private page or something. But right now my channel isn't too big. It doesn't get too many views. And so even if I share little ideas on this channel, not too many people are going to really try to infiltrate it. I'm not that popular, and I'm glad for that. I don't want to be popular, because with popularity comes a lot of mess. So I'm glad I'm not that popular. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to working, and I will talk to you guys soon. But I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on. Yes, I've gotten suggestions for a GoFundMe. I did set it up last night. This morning at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time, I got alert that they shut down my campaign. And it was 3 donations that went back, that was refunded, and they refused to process it, and they did not explain to me why they shut it down. I don't like that. You shut down somebody's campaign and you don't tell them why. I don't like that. I will not deal with GoFundMe anymore, even if I decide to make a movie. I will not deal with them. When I can't even contact them, they can't even tell me exactly why they did what they did. I don't deal with people like that. Okay, you can at least tell me why you did it. They have yet to explain it. But anyway, all right, I will talk to you guys later.